Hello guys there, tonight we are starting a new franchise here with Madden 16 for the PS4. Tonight we're starting the Minnesota Vikings franchise. I'm just gonna look at some trade offers, some trades options here for us. Let's look at the team first though. Maybe possibly need a left guard for looking, say a left guard, possibly another receiver if possible. Everything else looks pretty good on our offensive side. Defense, we're looking pretty stacked. Middle linebacker could be better. But after that, corners are pretty alright. Alright, so we're gonna look. See, maybe if we can make a trade here. I'll move him over to. Need I don't want to do any of that. Oh, sweet. They have accepted that. Let's go and move Fusco over to left guard. Okay. Looking good. Also, maybe want to fall back. See what free agents have to offer. Ooh. Only a 27-year-old. We gotta make a cut. Sorry, Zach Bynums. Alright, now we can go inside volley. It's a good deal. That's pretty tempting there. Jaquan Williams, 25. The right side linebacker. Let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna cut Brandon Watts so I can bring him in. We'll offer him 1.2. While I'm here, I'm gonna go see. There's not much there. The receivers. But I think for now, that's the way we're gonna run. Let's get into it. Week 1, we're off to Santa Clara. kick first. We're off to Santa Clara to kick off our 2016 season.
This couldn't have been predicted by the Mayans. Wrestling with religion and science. Give me something.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the 49ers going up against the Vikings. Now we'll go down to Levi's Stadium for this matchup.
Anticipation is in the air as we join you for the start of another year of the NFL on EA Sports.
Hello, friends. Jim Nance along with Phil Simms. And Phil, it's the start of a whole new season. There's a sense of renewal in the air and all kinds of hope. And how do you feel about getting this season underway?
Coach Jim on the San Francisco sideline. And then, of course, Mr. Mike Zimmer pumping out Mr. Teddy Bridgewater.
All these components fit together and give yourselves or give your team a chance to win.
Let's go take this win on the road. Teddy talking to the crew, making sure everyone's ready.
That means Cordero Patterson will
Mr.
be back
Patterson
for the
in the
kick.
backfield.
Phil Dawson has it teed up for the opening kickoff.
Here we go, boys.
And with that kick, a new season is upon us. Patterson will test the coverage.
What
No
a
one's gonna get him
start.
now. The 30, the
Mr.
20,
Patterson.
the 10, and in for the touchdown.
And he just slides right in.
The Vikings make a statement on the opening kickoff of the season.
They made a statement that this is going to be one exciting year, isn't it?
Mr.
After
Walsh.
you take the opening kickoff and score, oh my gosh, that gets the crowd excited and gets all the players excited too.
Smith's got a chance for a return. And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down. Heading on to the field now for the 49ers, quarterback Colin Kaepernick.
When you're a defensive back getting ready to play the San Francisco 49ers, you have a hard time sleeping the night before the game because Colin Kaepernick can flat throw it down the field.
Kaepernick's lined up, two tight ends set. First down at the 27. Picked up a couple that time. Let's take a look at the lineups. A deep threat on the outside is Torrey Smith.
Well, when you're playing against Torrey Smith the night before the game, if you're a corner, I don't think you better sleep very well because you have to be worried about his speed and him running by you.
After the 2-yard carry, it sets up second down and 8. Hyde takes his spot in the backfield. Flag is out. That's a false start on the offense, and that'll cost him 5 yards.
False start, offense.
Following that penalty, it's now second down and 13. Kaepernick will be taking the snap out of the pistol. To the ground. Cole's able to read that play and make the hit.
Well, when it's third and long early in the game, as a quarterback, as an offense, you just be very careful of this situation and just try not to make a big mistake.
The 49ers will look to get to the 37 to pick up a first down. And this will be
Incomplete. It'll be a 3-and-out. A nice stop by the defense here in the early going. And now they'll have to kick the football away.
Yeah, good job by the defense. Now, you know, they did their job. Now it's time for this offense to pick it up, take some chances, and start moving this defense around and be more creative.
Patterson's going to look for space now. He's tackled right at the 36. And a run back of about 15. The Vikings offense is led by quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, a first-round selection in 2014 out of Louisville.
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater, he is super cool. There's no doubt about it. When you watch him play, there's just a calmness to him. It exudes, and all of his teammates can feel it. He had a terrific first year in the NFL in 2014. Let's see how the future goes for him.
Mike Wallace was dealt to the Vikings from Miami after the Dolphins had acquired him a couple of years before in free agency, paid a lot of money for him. Things did not work out in Miami, but what about here in Minnesota?
Jim, Norv Turner's the offensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings, and one thing about him, he likes to run the football, but he likes a fast wide receiver like Mike Wallace so they can get those big pass plays down the field.
And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first.
You're running back in this league and you pick up first downs and you don't fumble the football, I promise you one thing, you're going to get more carries.
Peterson's lined up directly behind the quarterback here. First down at the 50. Johnson's got it on a pass, had some heat on it.
Oh, Bridgewater.
It takes really good corners to play a defense where you challenge the wide receivers and just play them man-to-man coverage. I don't think this defense has that kind of quality corner.
Peterson up the middle. He's been a top defender in this league for a long time. The veteran, Darnell Dockett.
Yeah, he's a defensive lineman that has the athletic ability of a linebacker. He's just nimble, can really move, a tremendous player.
Second down here after that run play. The Vikings lined up, bunch formation. Bridgewater standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Here's Rudolph. Lynch is there that time for the tackle.
That time the quarterback throws the drag route. It doesn't get a first down, but still it's a good decision by him. The throw was right on target, and they picked up solid yards.
Third down and 2. Johnson's got the catch and the first.
What's the old expression? Just move the chains. That's what they did with that throw and catch that time, Jim.
Charles
It also
Johnson
gives them a chance for 3 more downs.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Throws the pass. On the money.
Vikings offensive coordinator does a good job that time calling the pass down here in the red zone. Caught the defense off guard. They got the completion for a good gain.
They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. Almost intercepted.
Got lucky there, Bridgewater.
Things get tight down here in the red area. I got to give the defensive man a lot of credit, though. In position, sees the ball thrown, and is able to get that hand up there and knock it down.
Has it. Touchdown.
Nice throw by the quarterback that time. Put it right on the money. Not a big window. It doesn't matter to him today. Great control of the football. Put it right in there for the touchdown.
The 49ers in kickoff return formation. Smith's going to start his return.
Oh, boy.
On his way.
Trey
Waynes is
Waynes.
there to make the tackle.
Well, a lot of good things happen on both sides of the football this time. How about that return by the return team? Good job, good blocking. Look at the speed of that guy running. They get the tackle from behind. They stop the touchdown.
The defense gets the sack.
Well, that's a sign of a good defense. When you can sack the quarterback, when you're just rushing the defensive lineman, you don't need any tricks, you don't need any blitzes. Man, that's talent.
The 49ers have it at the 29. Hides the receiver on the screen.
Jim, if the receiver's open, throw him the football, because here's just a good example. When a guy catches the football short, if he can just break that tackle, they can pick up those extra yards. Good job by the quarterback and receiver that time.
And that's a touchdown, and they inch closer. They're able to narrow the gap a little bit thanks to that touchdown. Important score right there, wasn't it, partner?
Oh, man, it narrowed the gap. It changed the way they're thinking about it. It changes strategy. I know it's close. I mean, it's early in the game, but still, that was a big score.
Patterson's running this one out. And he's met head on right there at the 20. The Vikings offense is doing everything asked of them. It's just their defense somehow is coming up short here today. Phil, it's got to be frustrating for this offense.
Yeah, well, maybe it is a little bit, Jim. You know, they're having great success, so don't worry about what your defense is doing. Just control what you can control, and that's go out there, try to execute the plays, and find a way to score more points.
Peterson lines up in the backfield. First down at the 37. In the end, it picks up only a yard.
Peterson's a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
The 49ers lined up in the nickel. The Vikings take it from the 38. And Wallace got it, and a first. The Vikings offense is still out there as we get the second quarter underway. The Vikings bring in an extra tight end for this play. Bridgewater's on the move. Got hit on release.
Oh, they make the quarterback get outside the pocket, and there is nobody open. They covered everybody.
Failing to complete that one, so second down here. Peterson. Lynch is all over the ball carrier. The Vikings have the lead right now, but you would think to keep that lead, they'll want to lean on the running game a little bit more. Peterson struggled to find running lanes in this one.
I think you're right. I think they need to lean on this running game a little bit more. The offensive line has to block better. And sometimes you got to look at the running back and go, you got to break some tackles and make it happen. Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good, and the football falls incomplete. They'll take it at the 20.
The 49ers offense preparing to get this drive underway. Their last drive actually ended in a touchdown, Phil. We'll see if they still have it in them to issue a repeat performance.
Well, what you saw in that last drive was everything just came together perfectly for them. The experience of the football team, the talent of the players, and the coaches helped them out, and they got it done. Well, we see it more and more. Football's thrown behind the line of scrimmage. They do it that time. Nice catch, but a loss of yards on the play.
Second down and 13. Looking at every option. And he just tosses it incomplete.
Well, there's no doubt what to do in a situation like this. You do not take a chance and put your team in a position where they have to make a big comeback in the second half.
Third down and 13. This would be ruled incomplete. Didn't get the feet down.
The 49ers really don't have much of a chance of picking up this first down. It's third and long. Of course, the defense is looking for passes down the field. They're all over everything, and the pass goes incomplete.
Patterson's got a chance this time. And at the 49, he'll be brought down.
There we go.
That return's good for about 14.
Adrian Peterson retaking the field.
When they're in front, typically, he's the one leading the charge, but it's sort of been the opposite here so far.
Yeah, I think I'm surprised. I think you are too, Jim. We expected them to have a good day here running the football. That's what they thought during the week. Hey, the good thing is they're winning. The bad news is they better start running the football better.
Second and 10.
Bridgewater's going to scramble. Lays out and makes the play.
What
That's
a
his fourth catch of the day.
You know, as a quarterback, you don't have to be like extremely fast to make plays like this. When you get forced out of the pocket, you need good footwork to get out there, get in position, nice throw down the field.
The Vikings take it from the 28. And they are in on Peterson. That's going to be a pickup of 10.
The Vikings did a good job that time throwing a pass on first down and picked up some nice yards. Now, second and short, really puts the defense in a tough position.
Here's the handoff.
The 49ers defense is so fast and so powerful. That time of the run play, they just overpower the offensive line. They tackle the runner for a loss.
Third and short.
They hand it off to him again. That's a gain of 10.
Oh, Peterson.
Good job by the offense getting the first down in the red zone. Now it becomes tricky. Can you deceive the defense where you get a chance to get a score?
First and goal from the 9. Bridgewater's pass will go for an incompletion.
That incompletion by the quarterback, hey, I give the quarterback no fault. That was just tremendous coverage by the secondary player. He's in position and able to make the football be incomplete. When you get third goal, a lot of times it just comes down to who's willing to fight the hardest. We'll find out here in a second.
The line of scrimmage right at the 9. Bridgewater by himself in the backfield. Third and goal from the 9. Johnson with the grab. And Navarro Bowman brings him down.
Good job by the defense that time. They play smart. Third and long, cover the deep receivers, make the quarterback throw it short on third and long.
Here's the handoff to Adrian Peterson. It's Navarro Bowman who brings him down.
Vikings go for it on fourth down, and they do not get it done. Now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
The 49ers offense coming back onto the field here, desperately trying to avoid a repeat of their last drive when they had the quick 3 and out.
I'll tell you what, if they go 3 and out again, you know what's going to happen? Those defensive players are going to be looking at them as they come off the field. You're putting us back out there already, so it's important to get a drive, give your defense a little rest.
Going to be a penalty here.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
All right, boys.
First down here.
Let's try.
Going deep. Pulls it in.
The Vikings are looking good so far, Phil, and a lot of that has to do with the passing game. Bridgewater's been on the mark to this point.
He has. He's one of the better throwers in the NFL. When you give him time like he's had here so far today, he is going to put it right on target.
He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
And we've reached the 2-minute warning.
First half winding down as we return from the 2-minute warning.
The 49ers defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel.
Wright has the reception.
Wright's tackled down after a gain of 2.
Well, I guess the only good thing you can say about that play, the quarterback's happy. He gets a completion, but it only goes for a couple yards.
Bridgewater's completion percentage 70% on the day.
Adrian Peterson takes the football.
Gains 12.
Peterson's a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
Right back to him one more time. Second and goal from the 10-yard line. Had it for a moment, but the ball is knocked out incomplete.
Jim, I love these situations. Third and goal, what are they going to call? They're going to run the football, they're going to go with the pass, and if it is a pass, I will look for something quick.
Third and goal from the 10. Breaks the plane, touchdown. Getting close to the half, and they're giving their opponents a lot to talk about in the locker room.
Yeah, they are putting some kind of whipping on them here early in the game. I'll just say this for the defensive side that's losing. It's been terrible. So go in there at halftime, change what you're doing, and get back in this game.
Great defense.
Smith's going to test the coverage here.
Defense. Let's go.
And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The defense comes back onto the field for this next series, and man, have they set the pace for this game so far as their side has the lead.
Yeah, listen, I like what they're doing, and what's making this work is the fact that they just don't miss tackles. When they have an opportunity, they take the offensive player down.
Guys. Spread that D-line.
Hyde in the backfield. Single back set.
On defense.
And Bolden brings it in. Gets about 9 on the play. The 49ers signal for a timeout. They have 2 remaining. Second down and 1. Davis got the catch and the first. The 49ers will use a timeout here. They'll talk it over before running a play on first down. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Joseph gets to the quarterback.
Joseph.
It's now second down. They're going to the hurry-up offense, and they're back to the line quickly. Rhodes is there and picks it off. Davis there to make the tackle.
Might have Chan.
Xavier Rhodes, big, strong corner for the Minnesota Vikings, and that's how he gets it done. He just tries to beat up receivers. That time he won the war and gets in position and picks off the pass.
That's a gain of 8.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
The Vikings have it at the 39. And they are in on Peterson. The Vikings are going to use one of the 2 timeouts they have remaining. First down at the 30. He'll throw it over the middle. And Wallace can't hold on that time.
Got to give this secondary credit. In this passing league now, it's hard to make plays, but a good play there and another incomplete pass.
Second down and 10. Peterson's marked down after a gain of 9. The Vikings with a little uncertainty, so they take a timeout here before third down. Walsh set now to attempt the field goal. And he converts here on the field goal try. We've reached the intermission, and soon we'll be sending you to Larry Ridley, who's going to break down all the first half highlights as we send it to Orlando in a moment. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Thanks, Jim, and welcome to the EA Sports Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The 49ers are down right now, but they have to feel like they're still in it. The Vikings deserve to be ahead, but will need to put together another strong half. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half.
Defense.
Dawson's gonna kick it away. Patterson's the one on the return, and he's gone as he sprints into the end zone. They strike first in the half. Vikings lined up at the 5. Johnson's the target here, and it leads to a touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. 49ers lined up at the 10. Hyde's going to stay inside after the handoff, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score, cutting the deficit to 7. First and 10. The catch will be made deep down the field, and the play will come to an end after a gain of 45. Vikings now later on the drive. They'll take the run up the middle. He caps off the 7-play drive with a score. The Vikings up now by 16.
Welcome back. Not quite as riveting as many expected coming into this one. The second half kickoff is a comeback in the cards in this one-sided affair. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The 49ers are set to take the field again on offense after a crazy sequence that didn't go their way. That turnover led to turnover points. And now let's see if the offense can get that back, Phil.
Yeah, listen, I know they're going to be motivated because after they turned the football over
almost
last time,
came
the
up
coaches
with
took
the
them to the
pick.
sideline and just gave them heck, that's for sure. That's a good way of seeing it. So motivation, can't make those kind of mistakes. You got to go out there and be much better.
Second and 10. Hyde's taking the handoff. Picks up 8 here. He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day. That last play was a run. Third down coming up.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Damn, Kaepernick. Took us to school.
Set up now at the 42. First down at the 42. Hyde's going to take the handoff now.
Hyde's never able to build up that power that he has as a running back when there's nowhere to go. Hey, there's nowhere to go. That's a short game.
Quarters formation here for the defense. The 49ers snap it at the 41. Good for only a yard.
Hyde's trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
Third down following the run. Kaepernick's got it in the gun. Kaepernick connects with Davis.
This team, one of the better tackling teams in the NFL, and they play the situation perfectly. They give up the short completion. They come up and make the tackle. Now we have a fourth down.
The field goal attempt is good. It's good.
That was a good hold, good kick, 3 points. Good job by the offense.
All right, Patterson.
And now Patterson. Just across the 20 and tackled at the 21. The 49ers defense starts this series knowing the last time they were out here, they allowed a field goal.
Yeah, it was not a good drive for them, and I know the coaches were upset. I was watching them on the sideline yelling at a few guys, so I expect a better effort this time out.
He's averaging about 4 yards a carry.
Peterson's a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short game.
The Vikings have it at the 24. And Wallace got it on a pass that had some heat. Third catch today so far. The Vikings have created chances for themselves in the passing attack today. Bridgewater's done everything he can to keep his team on top.
He has been so efficient here today. Very smart, making decisions. And when you put those two things together, that's why your football team is winning. When you see this cover 2 defense as a quarterback, you got to know where to throw the football. That time he did not make a good decision. You got to throw it sometimes deep down the middle. The safeties are not there. They're outside. He did not take advantage of that coverage that time.
Picks up about 2.
Peterson's never able to build up that power that he has as a running back when there's nowhere to go. Hey, there's nowhere to go. That's a short game.
3rd and 8. On the money. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 3rd long. Nobody open down the field, so the quarterback does the only thing he can do. Throw it short.
Puts it through the upright. Needed plenty of leg on that one. A little extra padding to the lead here, Phil, with the field goal, and things are looking good for them right now.
Yeah, it surely is. And what we've seen here today, of course, the players are playing very well, but it's been a coaching clinic so far by the team that's leading.
And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The 49ers step back onto the field on offense. Their last possession resulted in a field goal.
Well, I know this. It was good defense on the other side. That's what made them kick that field goal. So the defense is feeling good about the fact that they stopped that momentum by the offense and made them kick that field goal. This is something Colin Kaepernick does very well. Play action passes because it gets him deep behind the line of scrimmage and he can make those accurate throws down the field.
1st down at the 40. Hyde's going to secure the handoff. Nowhere to go as this will be a loss of 3.
The 49ers running back that time, he makes a bad decision. You can't be looking to make every play a big play when you're running the football. Look for a few yards, take advantage of that. He tries for the big play. What happens? He gets tackled for a loss.
Loss of 3 on the play. Third down now. Running room just when they needed it at last to hit on a 3rd down conversion.
Colin Kaepernick running the football like he did at the University of Nevada. He runs that zone option read, and when it's his time to keep the football, he can make it go.
The 49ers from the 32. And he's thrown to the ground.
Well, I know this feeling. When a blitzer's coming, nobody's there to block him. There's nothing you can do as a quarterback, but try to protect yourself because you're going down.
Kaepernick's got no one behind him. Just a quarterback waiting for the snap. He'll take the snap, the first here in the 4th quarter. And incomplete this time as Kaepernick can't connect.
When you're in a situation like this, it's 3rd and real long. Don't take a chance. Be careful and get off the field.
The 49ers snap it at the 41. Kaepernick gets it to Vernon Davis.
I think that's playing it pretty safe, throwing that short pass on 3rd and long. I thought he had a chance to throw it down the field. He just couldn't pull the trigger and let it go.
Colin Kaepernick from the shotgun. Scanning the field. Looking across the middle and looking underneath. This will go incomplete.
That is called rolling the dice, and that's what it is. It's a big gamble by the offense and the coach. You go for it on 4th down, you don't make it, now you're going to pay the price.
The Vikings stepping back onto the field to get this next drive underway. The previous possession was a field goal.
Yeah, I think they feel good about that field goal. They made some good plays, and they got down there, and they moved the football, and they got in position where they could kick the field goal. Now you take the knowledge that you gained from that last drive, use it, and try to go down there now and score a touchdown.
They've got to be wondering, though, can they finish off the drive today?
Got to give the defense some credit on 1st down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Peterson, solo back set. 2nd down and 11. Another handoff right back to him. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field. A little jumpy there by that defensive front.
Encroachment defense. Still third down.
Third down after the penalty. They'll run it here. And Eric Reed brings a halt to that last attempt.
That's an awesome job by the offense picking up this first down here in the second half. They've got a big lead. It's not about scoring anymore. It's just about milking that clock. And that is an art, and this team is good at it.
Wheeler's there to make the stop. The Vikings will take the snap from the 35. Bridgewater's running away from the pressure. Intercepted.
Force that.
Linebackers nowadays are so talented. They can just do everything. They're strong enough to stop the run, but how about this interception? Good job, good reading of the quarterback, and a nice catch.
And that'll be a gain of about 2. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
The defense, when they have you backed up against your own end zone, they're expecting you to run the football. They were ready, and they stopped the team for a short gain.
Second down and 8. Hyde's got it on the handoff. The 49ers have tried a couple of different ways to get the running game going, but it hasn't paid off. Hyde's been shut down from his very first carry on.
No balance by this offense, like you said today. They can't run the football, but I've said this all the time. It's not always about just dominating physically and blocking up front. Running backs have to do their part. They have to make good decisions, and they got to break some tackles.
Patterson's got it now. There's a flag out.
That was definitely a face mask. I've ever seen a face mask in my life. That was a face
Personal
mask.
foul. Face mask. Defense.
Boy, if his head got yanked back the other way, an obvious face mask penalty, and that's a big one.
It's about safety of the players, too. That's why when you grab, hit the helmet in certain situations, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Don't grab the face mask. The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
First down at the 18. He's now past the 100-yard mark on the day.
Never a bad thought when you want to give the football to Adrian Peterson. The offense gets inside the red zone. What do? Well, let's give it to the big guy. And the big guy does a nice job picking up solid yards.
Second and 2. Wheeler's the one who made the big stop. Now looking at third down.
Bad play by me.
Kyle Rudolph with the reception. That's reception number 2 for him.
First down by the offense in the red zone. And, you know, if you're on the defensive side, you don't have to worry about deep passes anymore. You can be more aggressive and take some chances.
Bridgewater's completion percentage, 60% on the day. We return out of the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter action. Stepping up to the 3-yard line. That defensive front looks impenetrable here on the goal line. That's a gain of only a yard.
The Vikings won't be happy with the results of that play. They run it once they get into the red zone, and it does not fool the defense. They get overpowered, and they get a short gain.
Second and goal at the 2. Runs it across for the touchdown. Impressive showing today, and it's almost on the brink of running up the score and creating some bad blood. What do you think, Phil?
Who cares, man? Rub it in, baby. Rub it in. When you're on top and you're winning the game, I say go for it. Rub some salt in that wound and let them know how much it hurts.
Smith's going to test the coverage this time. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The 49ers ready to take over again. They rolled the dice on their last possession, Phil, going for it on 4th down in their own territory. And, of course, they failed to convert.
Look, there's nothing like being aggressive. I like being aggressive, too, when I'm the coach of the team. But, listen, that was just uncalled for. When you're in your own territory, be smart, punt the football, and wait for the next opportunity.
We were both shaking our heads. What were they thinking about here?
Yeah, and saying some words that we can't say on the air.
2nd down following that incompletion. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one.
Kaepernick from the gun. Kaepernick's off the mark there. Incomplete.
Well, but it's 3rd long. I'll just say this. Be very careful on the offensive side.
Kaepernick takes it from the gun. And that'll probably go as a drop.
Good job that time by the secondary. They're in good position. They make the play, and it's an incomplete pass by the quarterback.
Another good job by our defense. Seal our win for us. I'm going to finish week 1.
Patterson's got it on the return. Brought down at the 32. That return's good for about 11. Navarro Bowman marching back onto the...
Oops. Let's try to get some.
1st down at the 32. Peterson. That's a gain of 8. He's got over 110 yards rushing on the day.
Yeah, I love situations like this. This is when I was at my best, getting in the huddle and telling everybody all the things. Put 2 hands on the football. Don't anybody jump off sides. Don't take any chances. And most of all, stay in bounds.
He's averaging about 4 yards a carry.
All right, coaches, don't get greedy. Be decisive over there on the sideline. Do what's best for your football team. Keep getting those 1st downs and letting that clock just keep running. You got a big lead here in the 2nd half. Don't take any chances.
And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play.
Jim, that's just playing it by the book. You got the lead, and you want to keep the clock moving. So what do? You run the football. When you're in the huddle, as a quarterback in this type of situation, you just tell everybody 2 things. Stay in bounds and put 2 hands on the football. What a good job by the running back that time. He reads the blocks very well, and he picks his way through there and picks up a 1st down. That's nice.
The 49ers with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. Handoff made. And he's brought down by Antoine Bethea.
There we go.
Well, week 1 is in the books, and one side is now 1-0.
Yeah, it's a great feeling. You know, all training camp, preseason football, and everything you work for. You come out, you get rewarded, you win the game, Jim. You're 1-0. Everything looks great.
Way to go.
For Phil Simms and all the crew, Jim Nance saying so long.
Defensive stopping to our defense to come into San Francisco. Let's go look at the stats for us. Bridgewater, not the greatest game. 15-24, 216. He had that 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Rushing, Peterson could have played a little bit better, but 26 rushes, 124 yards. McKinnon had 5 rushes for 38 yards. And then Stanley had the 2 rushes for 3 yards for that touchdown. Stephen Wise, we got Charles Johnson has 6 receptions, 110 yards and a touchdown. Wallace had 3 receptions for 68 yards. Goff, 2 receptions, 14 yards. For 19 for Peterson. And 1 solo touchdown for 2 yards. And Jerry's right had reception. Alright, guys.
Start improving your team by upgrading your players with the XP they've earned. Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advanced Week to get to your next game.
Set up a show when you catch. I'm out of my mind, but I feel like I'm in it. If I never make it, don't make any difference. I'm still gonna kill it. You know what the deal is. I never know when I'm in the
that
building, and if it's a monster.
next game will be up against Detroit. Alright, thank you guys all for watching. Remember, hit the subscribe button and a like if you like the content. For more content, be up next shortly.
Check out game prep before this week's game
All right.
to earn XP and boost player
Thank you and
confidence.
have a great day, guys.
Keep it 100.